Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Friday Frothy. My name's Jeff, and this is Glenn.
This
is where you come to get a wrap-up of all your weekly sports, guys. Go and grab a Frothy out of the, what do we call it, the chili bin?
Yes.
The chili bin. Get yourself a Frothy.
Our Carlton draft tonight. We'll be drinking.
We will.
We'll mention that in a minute.
Sit back and enjoy the Friday Frothy. Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Friday Frothy. I hope you've had a great week. Glennie, how are you, mate?
There you go, mate. It's been a very busy week. I believe you've just picked us up, mate, coming in from Melbourne.
I've actually just jumped off the plane.
Just come off the plane, picked us up on the way through.
Guess who's on the plane with you?
North Melbourne.
North Melbourne Football Club. On the plane with Jeffrey.
You would have given him a few tips, mate, on
Well,
the way through, wouldn't you? How to win.
Let me tell you, Benny Brown, I hope you're watching, because I had a bit of a chat with Ben while I was at the airport, gave him a card, and hopefully we can get him on the show.
That'd be nice. He's playing well too, yeah?
He is playing. He is. He's second on the Coleman, isn't he?
I think he is. I think Cameron, he was kept goalless. We'll talk
I
about that later.
I think he's second.
We'll talk about that later.
So Ben gave him a card, had a bit of a chat with him. We were hoping to have a special guest on tonight, guys, so if, unfortunately we don't, because he wasn't selected to play. So if anyone who knows about that, I won't say his name.
We won't give up on that. We might be able to talk to him later on, mate.
Exactly right.
Might be able to get him on the blower.
Exactly right. So now, Glennie, some exciting news during the week, mate.
Exciting.
We seem to have picked up a beer sponsor.
Oh, we have.
Hey, and our little show,
Friday Frothy, and then when we lift that up,
we got some Carlton draft in there.
We've got the Carlton draft.
Now, everyone thought we would be actually sponsored by a beer manufacturer, but it's not. We're being sponsored by a local business in Hobart.
Hell of a nice bloke.
A nice bloke. And he's sponsoring our beer, and that is Corey's Garden and Landscaping.
Yeah, good on you, Corey.
Oh, you got a picture there? You've got it up? Oh, hey, here you go. Corey's Garden and Landscaping. So if you're in Hobart and you've got anything to do with any landscaping, gardening, decks, pergolas...
This guy, he's it.
So give him a call. Numbers on the screen. We thank you, Corey. We thank you for the beer.
Yeah, we do, mate.
So,
and appreciate it. And,
I didn't transition it, sorry.
Well, hang on a minute. It is coming. It is coming. Now, listen, while I was doing that, I just want to quickly say, Glenn, I got on the plane to come back. The plane was delayed, so I've only just got off. Mm-hmm. And I won't name the airline, Virgin. And this is what they've served me. Now, sorry guys, this is a sports show. We do talk about sports, but sometimes I've got to air something.
Australian.
This is what I got served on the Virgin flight on the way home. Now, it's Australian faba beans and chickpeas roasted with rosemary and sea salt.
Any good?
Virgin. Well done.
It's better than what I got last time.
Was that a vegan ball or something?
It was a vegan protein ball.
Vegan protein ball.
I think what you do. I think
the whole thing's run by hippies.
I think the idea is to gut yourself before you get on the plane. That might be the go.
I think Virgin might be run by a bunch of vegetarians, to be honest with you.
Well, the fava beans, wasn't that out of that film, was fava beans, what's his name?
Turn it up.
Yeah, the actor, I'm trying to think of that.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Silence of the Lambs. Silence of the Lambs. That's what he said, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Fava beans?
I don't know. Anyway, guys, if you're new to the show, my name's Jeff. This is Glenn. We get on here every Friday night and we talk about sports. We don't just talk about AFL or rugby league. We talk about all sports.
All sports.
And
we've had lots happening too, mate, haven't we? In all sports.
Yeah, turn that down. Sorry, guys. Sorry. So, yes, we're very professional at what we do, because obviously you can see we're making lots of mistakes tonight. And we've got some more subscribers, and those subscribers are probably watching, but they're from my actual work. So I don't know if I'm allowed to do this or not, but I'm going to give White's Rule a bit of a plug.
Oh, White's.
So if you've got some fencing to do around the country and you're looking for some great product, White's Rule Fencing. So
and if you want any glass done, you go to Newtech.
Well, there you go. We're plugs all over.
Okay.
Plugs all over. So if you like what we do, subscribe, like it, get onto our Facebook page, because we're always updating the Facebook page as well with a lot of new news and a lot of things going on.
Don't forget to chat with us tonight.
Don't forget to chat. If you're on board, say something.
Get online,
say hello.
That's it.
All right.
What have you got there, Jeff?
What have I got?
Where are we starting, mate, tonight?
Mate, I'm going to start off with...
Let's get into it.
Start off by taking these off. I'm going to start off with next week's special show that we've got. Ken Peace is coming on the show.
Yes.
We're not coming on, but we'll have an interview with him. And,
well, we're looking forward to that. I've been looking forward to that. We've spoken about it the last couple of weeks about Ken coming on again, and we're lucky to have him on.
We certainly are. And if you don't know, guys, Ken Peace, 75 books, all about sport, AFL and cricket.
Just say he's a historian.
He knows.
He's a historian.
He knows everything. And some of the questions we're going to be asking Ken are all from viewers. They're viewer questions, and they're things I can't remember it, but they're things like who's the better Ablett, Gary or Gary Junior or Gary Senior?
Gary Senior.
Al, do you remember any other questions?
Oh no.
No. There's some cricket stuff on Hodgie. I might even ask him about Ben Brown. Benny, if you're watching, make sure you're on. Matty Wade. I met Matthew Wade in Bunnings the other day.
Wadey and I played a bit of football with his father, Scott.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, very nice.
He was a very good footballer, Scotty Wade, too.
Yep.
Played for Tasmania, mate, and also played at Hawthorn back in the day,
Isn't it amazing when you've got a talented sports person that runs in the family and it continues on and on. And I suppose
he ran Tasmanian football too.
Oh, is that who it is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
his father.
Oh, I didn't know that. Scott Wade is Matthew Wade's father.
Exactly.
Well, there you go. Matthew, if you're watching, mate, please give me an email, mate, because we'd really like to talk to you. We haven't had a cricket player on yet.
I think Matty, not only was he he's a little bit like multi-skilled too, but good. He was a good footballer.
Yep.
And that, so he could have played football, chose cricket.
Yep.
So, Matty, if you do have a look at it, mate, we'd love to have you on and just have a little talk to you, mate, because I actually think he should have been in the Australian.
Well, we all think that.
As the keeper, batsman.
That's a no-brainer.
That's a no-brainer. Yeah, but anyway, that's another subject.
So, guys, cricket players, AFL players, you'll want to watch next week because it's all about AFL and cricket. It's Ken Peace, and he is the master piece. Right, so get on it next week. Make sure you're here 6:30 Friday night. The week after, can't talk this up enough, world champion boxer Jeffrey Horn. He'll be on the show the 31st of May.
I'm looking forward to that.
So,
World champion. I was world champion, and we've got a little bit on.
We might as well go into a bit of the boxing because he didn't referee. He was one of the commentators at the Tim Tszyu fight.
He was there at the Tim Tszyu fight, and he was obviously Costa's boy. Costa Tszyu. He was the light. I think what you call light welterweight champion.
Super light.
Had the quick fists and could move. But at any rate, what's happened is Tim Tszyu, he won a points win over Joe Camilleri, I'd say.
And the black,
not Camilleri, Joe Camilleri. Joe Camilleri.
Black Sorrows.
Yeah, Black Sorrows.
He's fighting. No, he's not fighting. No, it wasn't. It was
Joe.
Joel Camilleri.
And Joe Camilleri, he's the super welterweight champion. And
Australian.
Exactly, Australian. And young Tim Tszyu beat him. So it was in a points decision, so it went the full distance, mate. But he outboxed him. But at any rate, as soon as the fight was over, he a little bit of a shout out to our mate.
Who's that?
Jeff
Hello.
Horn.
Hello, Jeff. If you're watching,
and he sort of said, you got my.
He said you got my number.
You got my number.
Call
so
me.
he's put it out there, but straight after that, he's hit back Jeff Horn, and he said even though that he won the fight and won it quite well.
Yeah.
He said he could see some flaws in his game at the moment. He said that the Joe Camilleri hit him with a couple of big overhand rights.
Joel.
A couple of big overhand rights, and left himself wide open. He got split in the first or in the early rounds.
Under the eye something.
Just under the eye socket there, mate. And any rate, so it sounds like that. Tszyu got the clearer shots in, but
it looks like the fight is destined to happen.
But it's in the future.
Next year.
I think.
We'll ask Jeff in a couple of weeks.
We
when he's on
will
the show.
ask him, and I think as Horns turned around and said, "Look, if he keeps fighting the way he is, he said he could beat me." Yeah. He could beat me, but not for a long time yet.
Yeah, yeah.
But he said if they did have a fight, he said if they tee it up, as he said it'd be a massive boost and a massive bout for Australian boxing, and obviously be a big money earner for the two guys as well. But so that could be on the cards. But as I said, he's not ready yet. So.
Just on that, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this or not, but obviously Jeff's has just turned down a fight for about $2 million because he's expecting another child. And how lovely is that? You know, I've turned down $2 million because I want to be with my.
He's a family man. He's a family man, sorry, not a money man. Yes. But the thing is, he's so I think he's not coming back. When I don't think Jeff Horn, he won't come back till late August or early September.
But Jeff Horn will be here in 2 weeks' time.
He will be here
on the Friday.
So tune in. But the thing is with Jeff Horn, mate, he thinks he can go up. He doesn't want to go. He doesn't want to stay as a welterweight.
Yep.
He wants to go up to a super welterweight or even heavier. Well, so he's not coming back down.
Let's ask these questions.
He's going up, and that's one question we'll ask him.
There you go.
But also, who else do we have there? Oh, two other Australians, Dwight Ritchie and Michaels Zarafa. They are on the radar for Zoo before he gets to the likes of Horn.
Okay. So, yep, nice.
It looks good for Australian boxing.
Oh well, we've got some good talent out there, haven't we?
So that's a bit of boxing.
Now, talking about people that we've interviewed, guys, you hopefully would have jumped on board Foxtel 506 last week and watched our own Alex Peroni on Saturday night and Sunday night. Unfortunately, not Alex's weekend.
He had a little bit of a dingle, didn't he?
Well, on Saturday he was, I think he finished 12th, but he was competitive in lap times. He was actually quite good. Sunday he was very competitive in lap times. He was up there with the front runners, in certain lap times. But then he got a penalty and.
Well, he started back, didn't he, off the grid? I think he was sitting around 8th or 10th, wasn't he, at one stage?
Yeah, he qualified 9th for Saturday, and then I think he started 12th on Sunday.
Yeah, I think he tried to make a move to go round, and that's where the trouble started.
They don't muck around in those cars, do they?
They muck around, mate. They're good drivers.
So don't give up on him because he is a champion, and I haven't got the race stuff in front of me, but I do know Alex is coming home for a couple of weeks, so hopefully we can catch up with him and say hello. If you're watching Alex, which I'm sure you are. Now, Glenn.
Jeff.
It's time for Out With It because I got something.
You got something there with Out With It.
I got something that's really, and I know you've got something that's really nice. Guys, if you don't know what Out With It is, every week we talk about something in sport that's got under our goat, something that's really annoyed us, and there's been a few this week, and unfortunately, it all revolves around AFL football again. But
it's so controversial, mate. Sorry, it's
no wonder we
no wonder we I don't know about you fans out there, but no wonder we're all sick of it, aren't we? We're all sick of it.
We are. Anyway, so this is Out With It. Out with it. We're out with it. That was it. That's Out With It. Out with it, mate. I can't go anywhere except for Gary Ablett and the forearm. 2 weeks in a row.
Dude, have you got some polish there, mate? Put that on the elbow there.
Dermot Brereton
might line up a couple as I go through.
Your mate, Dermy Brereton.
Cut me hair, ball.
Dermot.
Well, Dermot was the cleanest footballer I've ever seen.
Well,
ever to grace a football field.
He's come out today and he has said that something needs to be done because if that had been Mitch Robinson from Brisbane,
Mitch Robinson, could be anyone.
He'd be gone.
Any footballer, any team. You know what it is, Jeff? It's because he is a champion, and they don't rub champions out.
Well, Nat Fyfe did exactly the same thing.
And look, if that was any other kid, if that was a young fella from North Melbourne or Carlton or someone like that, I don't care who they are. Even the young fella that just
Sam Durden,
Sam Walsh got done for he reckons pushing a guy in front of an umpire.
Carlton.
So I don't know what happens with that.
Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
But the thing is. Sorry, mate, I've stolen your thunder.
No.
It's not good enough, is it?
It's not.
So it's not 1 week he's done it. It's twice.
2 weeks in a row.
So
now, what?
Not forcible. What's forcible?
If
when you hit someone in the head.
If you're coaching an under-12s team or juniors, whatever they are, How do you coach that to say, oh, it's okay to do that?
Exactly.
In a game of football. It's not okay to do that.
No, and he's calling it a coat hanger. It's something I thought, what's this coat hanger bit? So he goes with both arms. But if you watch the replay, and I watch the footy shows as well, he goes off the line.
Not the footy show.
No, he goes off the line, doesn't he, to get the guy as he comes through. So as soon as the guy weaved, he went out and reached out to him. So Gary Ablett, you can think yourself very lucky. Nat Fife, you should have been rubbed out as well. I don't care, mate, about Brownlow votes and all that, because my beef is, if you're going to worry about Brownlow, get rubbed out. Best player still wins the damn thing. Yeah, that'll stop.
And hopefully it's not someone in the centre. So hopefully it's a backman this year.
Yeah, well,
that'll never happen.
That'll never happen.
That's why Brownlow medals to me is a dud. I think we've spoken about this before and out with it, and they need to have three Brownlow medals. They have to have one for the forward line, one for the centres, and one for the back line.
Exactly.
The only way to make that fair.
And the other out with it, mate, is your mate, Wayne Carey. Watch the show there. Not happy about that.
No,
not happy because he has a fair bit to say. I think he's run out of material because Hawthorn played the first time I've watched them, and I'm sick of them because they've not been consistent. But they actually had a go. They had a fair dinkum dip this week. They played 4 quarters for the first time against GWS. Now, if they wanted to go with GWS the way that they play, we would have got rolled easy. But we went a little bit defensive. We held on to the ball.
Yep.
Our kicking was good. Our marking was...
You shut it down, Glenn.
We shut it down.
You shut it down. And the new rules allow this to happen.
Well, as you said, and all the scores, it's still low. They're still low scores, aren't they? I think... it's probably Geelong's the only one that's probably kicked over the 100 mark, haven't they?
Yep.
So... and some of the other scores are something like 50-40 and all this sort of
atrocious.
Stuff. So
it is atrocious.
I just wondered why Wayne Carey was saying that. And funny
what did he
enough,
say? He said they were boring or something.
He said they were the most boring team to watch. And then I was watching 360, the other show, and what's his name? Jared Wakely. He said. We just didn't agree either. He thought it was a load of crap because he said they've had some exciting games, Hawthorn, even though they got rolled. 5 points to Melbourne.
Glenn, they're not there to be excited. They're there to win.
They're there to win.
And you win. You win at any cost.
So they can't.
And if you're going to be boring, you're going to be. You play to the advantage of the rules, and the rules are that crappy at the moment. You can do this.
These guys like to hear themselves talk, mate, because they look at Essendon. And they say Essendon play an exciting brand, which they do. They're quick, they go on. But Essendon got rolled the other night against Sydney. Now,
let's talk about that.
But if they didn't play that way, sometimes when they take the game on, it works. But when they don't defend, it all falls apart. And you've got to have a little bit of both, Jeff.
Now, let's talk about that. Yeah, Wayne Carey, you're on notice. You're on notice with Glennie here. Dane Rampy, all right. Climbs the goalpost at the end. The siren is gone. He climbs the goalpost. Everyone knows you can't shake a goalpost in AFL. Sorry if you're not AFL, but hey, he was Spider-Man. He was up.
He was a monkey.
He was up there. He was climbing it. And all of the Essendon play, well, not all, but a lot. Stringer is up there, and he's saying, that's a free kick, that's a free kick, that's a free kick. It's not done. The guy kicks, I don't know who kicked for the goal.
It was
60 metres out. Myers.
Not Mike.
Mike Myers. He was the one with the dreadlocks.
No.
But anyway.
But Myers.
He's kicked it, he's missed. It should have been a free kick, dead set in the centre square at the goal. And Essendon wins by 5 points. Now, unfortunately, I'm really dirty with this because you pick Sydney and I pick Essendon. And
I had a little mic on. I said, "Hey, Rampy, can you just run up the post, please, so that I can win the bet?"
But everyone's filthy about this as well because it's another rule that's in the rule book that they're not.
Well,
no,
they don't
it's all right.
Get the rules and tear them up and start again because at the moment, the umpires don't know the rules. The commentators and the football experts don't know the rules. Well, where does that leave us public? We don't know the rules either. No. So, I don't know. No. Anyway, the 666, we've mentioned it week in, week out.
Devils.
I don't think it's working,
it's
mate.
The devil's number, AFL. Gil McLaughlin.
And they argue on these footy shows about it. It's good, it's not good, it's suiting some sides, it's not suiting others.
No.
But they'll keep bringing in rules, mate. So until they do it, I don't know. But
they'll bring in another rule to fix the rule that didn't work.
Exactly right. So,
pull your head in, AFL. You're doing a terrible job.
That's out with
that's
it.
Out with it, Al.
That was a pretty big out with it, wasn't
Yeah, that was out with it.
Yeah, we had a pretty go.
Out with it! Yeah, we've got Corey on board. Hey, Corey, it's our sponsor. He's just said hello. How are you, mate?
How are you, mate?
Great to have you on board. In actual fact, I just wanted to, if we can can we put a photo up?
Gardening.
Yeah. Oh.
Have a look at this. This is how, and you'll see this in a minute. You haven't seen this. Have a look at this. This is how some of our people, some of the people who watch our show, watch the Friday Frothy on a Friday night. Have you got that?
Well, we like it.
I'm just making it a little bit bigger because I had it on before.
Yeah. Oh, you've already put it up, have you?
I have for a little bit, but yeah, we'll go again.
Okay.
This is a little large. Yep,
Obviously, everyone will know we're in Hobart, Tasmania. It's a little bit chilly outside. Not as cold as Melbourne.
No, it's not too.
Melbourne's
it was
freezing.
a nice day today, actually.
Melbourne was freezing. But yeah, that's how you should be watching the Friday Frothy. Out around a big fire, you'll see it here in a minute.
So as you said with Corey and that, thanks, mate. I know you've spoken to Jeff, but I appreciate what you've done. You're doing a great job too on
Thank you.
Jeff's property at the moment. And, I'm in the building game, mate, so if I can, with my contacts and that, if I can get you more work and that, absolutely.
There you go.
You'll get it, mate.
There you go.
Every time.
Alrighty, there we go. Glenn, look at this. There's us in the background, the Friday Frothy. He's got a huge fire. They're outside. They're outside.
They're outside.
That's what we should.
But it was nice outside, isn't it?
Ah, it's lovely, especially when you're sitting around a fire. All right, let's move on.
Okay.
Falau.
Israel. What's he done? Well, we know what he's done.
It's been torn up, but he's got.
It's not been torn up.
Well, it has. It's as of this afternoon. It's been torn up.
It came through. It was Friday.
Yeah.
Because that's what I had.
Well, it is Friday.
It is Friday, and they tore it up.
Yeah, he's got 72 hours to appeal it. Now
they're going to take it to the Supreme Court. You know that he's going to take it to the Supreme Court.
I've got to ask a question because it's election weekend, right?
Yeah.
And he's got 72 hours to appeal. Does that mean that these guys are going to get paid penalty rates for doing Saturday, Sunday work? Or is that gone because of Bill Shorten got rid of it?
Well,
oh, no, Bill Shorten didn't get rid of it. Oh, who got rid of it? I don't know. They're not talking politics on this
No, we're not
show.
talking politics.
But anyway, I just thought that was funny.
That might be another out with it.
They've got to work over the weekend to try and do it. Alan Jones is fuming.
Is he?
He is fuming that his contract's been torn up, and he's not happy.
I don't really like to get into it, but he had a view. He's been backed by a lot of the Samoan, Fijian.
Yes. Which we know that's where he's going to go, isn't it? He's going to play,
exactly. They're backed by his mates there, and I suppose that it's been put there in place, but I don't know. Freedom of speech, is that so?
But he had a contract. He had that contract.
Well, he did have the contract.
This is the problem. He had a view, and I don't have a problem with that. No. He had a view, and you should be able to speak your view.
But he had a contract not to say anything.
Exactly. It's like us on the Friday Frothy. We have a contract here now that Glenn cannot drink VB.
Cannot not drink VB.
Carlton.
First thing Corey said, I'm not buying VB. Oh, that's fair enough. So anyway, that's Israel Folau. Last week I said there was a back door, and I shouldn't have said it, but he had a back door that he may be able to do something. But I think you're right. I think you're on the money. Israel Folau, I said it again. He will go to
it's
one
going
of these,
to the Supreme Court,
but he'll go to
a higher level.
He'll go to another team in Samoa or something.
Well, he'll go to or England or somewhere. He'll go to another country,
and then he'll absolutely crush Australia. And
he will, because he was our best player, wasn't he? I think at 6'6".
Sorry, Lee?
His wife has moved to Adelaide for netball.
Is she
it is
player,
too. Yes.
Oh, really?
She was his wife was a netballer, a top. I think she's finished now, but she for New Zealand. No, she was a Warriors.
Yeah, but she's just.
Yes, sorry, she's
from netball. She's moved to South Australia.
To South Australia, yeah.
Okay.
So they're very sporting.
There you go.
He's been a great player, but look, let's hope that something gets resolved now.
All right, guys, let's get on to some cricket. Matthew Wade, hope you're watching. The Mumbai Indians, mate, they've won the IPL final, and they won it on the very, very last ball against the Chennai. How do you say that? Chennai Super Kings on Sunday. Shane Watson, you right?
I was just trying to roll the arm over, mate.
I'm a bit worried about you. Jeez. Shane Watson hit 80 or 59 balls, and he nearly got the team home. But they restricted Chennai to 7 for 148 and clinched in the fourth. And clinched its fourth Indian Premier League title. So So Shane Watson, who now doesn't play for anyone except for overseas teams.
No.
Money.
And I heard while we're talking cricket, just off that too, while we're talking about the same thing, I was reading about Chris Lynn. He was going to be, the Queensland.
Chris, big hitter.
Heavy hitter. But he was going to be contracted with the Bulls up there still with Queensland. I think the money now, he's just going to concentrate now on his on the limited over, mate. So he's a gun for hire. He's going to play in all the different competitions because he's really a 2020 specialist.
Yeah,
and he's getting on a little bit too. He's been around a while.
Problem is when he's on, he's on. But when he's not on, it's like any of that 2020 games, the 10-10 games. You ever heard of that 10-10?
Yeah, but see, the money that they're making, I mean, you can't blame him, can you? And he's been around a while. So,
anyway, you got any more on cricket?
No.
That's it?
Oh, no, actually I have. Yeah, I have. I have got some more on cricket. Have you got more?
No.
Okay. Josh Hazelwood was overlooked for the World Cup squad. And,
what? Really?
Yep.
Why?
Because, they just didn't pick him. Holmesy, Trevor Holmes.
Yeah.
He didn't pick him. And
I thought he was a certainty.
Well, no. Well, they didn't pick him, and he's wondering why at the moment. So I think he's a little bit down in the mouth, Josh. But apparently Finch reckons he was facing him, in the nets. And he reckons he's bowling quick again, but because he had a bit of a back injury in the last series. And I think that Holmes reckons he's not fit, and he won't be fit for the World Cup. So going back to what you said a week or so ago, with Kane Richardson comes in for Jai Richardson, who's withdrawn, hasn't he?
Yes.
But Hazelwood's not in, so...
well, that's interesting, because I thought he would have been a walk-up star.
I did, but so what I know it sounds bad, but this is what you've got to do as a cricketer. He's hoping that if one of the other guys there, do get injured when the tournament's on, that he's still hoping that he gets called up from there.
G'day, Carl. Thanks for joining us, mate. Oh, sorry. Keep going.
Mate. Yeah, so that's it. So that's surprising, but... He sort of just started to, even in the test arena, didn't he? He wasn't taking wickets, was he?
He got injured, and then he came back, and then he started doing it. Well, actually, he bowls so much like Glenn McGuire.
But he doesn't. He doesn't.
Yeah, but Glenn McGrath didn't do any much in his early years either, did he?
Just took a lot of wickets. Yeah. Anyway, same pace, but I don't know. But anyway, look, you got to go with form, and at the moment his form wasn't great, so that's it. Anyway.
Can't say that.
So anyway, it starts on the May the 30th. Anyway, starts on May the 30th.
Yeah, it's coming
World
up.
Cup.
Hey, actually,
World Cup in England.
We might get Fabulous Phil back to do some commentary for us on the cricket as well. To give us some updates.
Exactly. I wonder if they're going to, as you commented, I wonder if they're going to use that new ball.
Well, they are. Yeah, they are. They've ordered them. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's it.
Oh, well, no, the World Cup. I don't know.
No,
that was for the Ashes. I'm not sure about the new ball for that. So
they burnt the other ball then in the Ashes.
Yeah. Look, I've just got to say something here. Corey has made a message saying that, Corey, I spoke with, who did I speak with? Mason Wood. As I got off the plane, we were walking out together off the plane.
Knock on wood.
Yes, and I mentioned to him, I said, did Aaron Hall get a gig? And he said, no, unfortunately, his first reserve. And I said, does that mean that he didn't come? And he said, no, he didn't make the team and doesn't come to Tasmania to play against Sydney tomorrow night. And I actually said to him, that's a bit upsetting, isn't it? A Tasmanian boy, first game in front of his home crowd in Hobart. And Mason's response, and Brad Scott wasn't even on the plane, to be honest with you. He's probably got his own private plane. But Mason Wood's response was, "There's 3 more games. I'm sure he'll get his chance to front up in front of the Tassie crowd." So, Aaron, mate, we're looking forward to seeing you down here. And
well, it might be a bit frosty down there tomorrow night. So perhaps he thought, no, bugger it, I'll stay in Melbourne.
Yeah, well, but we want to have a talk with him anyway. So, but anyway, so Glenn, let's get on to some basketball.
Basketball, yes. Basketball.
Philadelphia, Ben Simmons, Philadelphia has been eliminated during the week. They were beaten by the Raptors.
The Raptors beat them.
So they are out.
Canadian Raptors, mate.
Out. I don't know
Canadian
if you...
Raptors.
did you see how they got out? One of the
guys... Oh, no. Well, we did. I saw it. It was on TV.
They've pushed him out to the corner, and this guy, there's 1 second left, and he's
off balance.
Yeah, he's on the edge. It's hit the bloody ring, and it's bounced off, and it's gone through. End of the game.
Let's see if it went like that.
Philadelphia out.
Oh, anyway.
Gone.
That technical foul.
So 92-90 they won, and that was Kawhi Leonard dropped
Kawhi
on the buzzer.
Leonard. Yeah, it was on the buzzer, and he's a star, that guy. So so they went on, didn't they? And they won that section, but then they've gone on to.
This is the Canadian team, the Raptors.
The Raptors. They went on now to play the Milwaukee Bucks. So that's the latest game.
That's a bit rude for the show.
The Bucks.
The
big Bucks.
It's like Glennie Cleaver, Bucky Beaver. It's a little bit like that. But so the Milwaukee Bucks, at any rate, they defeated the Raptors in their first of their finals.
Is there 7? Have they got 7 rounds of this? 7 games?
I'm not sure, Jeff. But it's the best of 4. I don't know what they play. Best of 4 or 5.
Yep.
But at any rate, they defeated them 108-100. And the Bucks were behind. They come from behind. Second half, that wasn't playing that well, and thanks to Chris Middleton and Malcolm Brogdon,
Jesus,
they hit a couple of big pointers there, mate, and it was sort of tick for tack in the last half. But Lopez, great player there for the Bucks, put it in doubt at the end of there. So they are now, once they go through this series, if just whoever wins out of the Milwaukee Bucks and the Raptors, then they play against the Western Conference.
Jeez.
And the Western Conference at the moment, they are...
Is it just me, or is this complicated?
No, there's just all conferences. There's a lot of teams, and they play in sections. Sections are where they're from, but at the moment in the Western Conference, the Warriors, they're 1 up against the Portland Trailblazers.
Go, you Warriors!
So the winner of this, the Eastern, will play the winner of the Western, and then you got your finals.
And then that's it. That's the NBA championship.
Exactly right.
That's how they find it.
So you had something on Ben Simmons.
Yeah, Ben Simmons, the Australian superstar, who was great one week and then they hate him the next week. He has decided that he's going to throw his $223 million contract.
Well, it's pocket money for him. It's not much for him.
$223 million, so he can play for Australia in the World Cup in the basketball.
Oh, blah, blah.
Yeah, I'd probably do the same thing because that's the kind of guy I am. I'd give away $223 million to.
Isn't he the guy that does aerobics?
No, that's Richard Simmons.
I wonder just how much he's getting paid though, Jeff, to be able to do that.
Well, probably $250 million, Glenn.
You got to remember now he's talked about in the top. Nonchalant.
Oh, jeez, the words are coming out tonight.
Nonchalant.
Would anyone like a fava bean and chickpea?
They ain't good. Did you have one?
Thanks for our sponsor, Virgin, for our food. Just kidding. Thanks, Corey.
Well, actually, Leah, you're going to Queensland, so you're going Tiger, aren't you?
Can you believe that? If you
might get anything.
If you didn't see earlier on, I've just got home from a Virgin flight from Melbourne, and that's what I was served up: Australian fava beans and chickpeas. So that's a lovely dinner.
Have a good sniff, Leah, because you'll get nothing on Tiger.
Anyway, so there you go. And now listen, just while we're still on basketball, Glennie, there's a newbie trying out to get into the NBA. Now have a listen to this, guys. His name is Zion Williamson, right?
I did see this. Yeah,
229 centimeters.
Yeah. Did you see that? Did you see the clip on it?
What, his hair clip?
No, that clip.
No, that clip.
No, his wingspan.
Yeah, I've got that. Yeah, he's
he'd be reaching out there to Leah, out to the camera there.
2.5 metre wingspan.
2.5 metres.
3 metre.
He'd be hitting this basketball. He'd be hitting there. He'd be hitting the frothy fridge.
You'd be able to reach in the fridge from there to get a beer.
This is steroids and chicken. All right, this is what it is. All your food's got steroids and chicken. He's got a 3 metre standing reach, and he can slam dunk with just a little skip.
Well, he's what is he? So he's
229 centimetres.
So
Does anyone know what that is in feet?
There's a Chinese basketballer. He's probably one of the biggest basketballers to play the game. I watched him on I think it was on YouTube or something. But he doesn't even jump. You know when you do a dunk?
Yes.
He just gets it like that. He just like a little bit. He just goes like that, and he pops it in. So he's going to be an incredible player.
Whoa!
Incredible player, mate.
Hang on, sorry, keep talking because I want to see what that is in feet.
I think I did. No,
well, he'd be 7 foot.
I'd have to be more than that.
7'3".
Oh, 7'5".
Across.
7'5".
What is that? His actual height?
That's his height. 7'5".
Oh, no wonder he's got a 2.5 metre wingspan.
Yeah. He's gonna fly like an eagle.
He's probably got a feet like a. He's probably takes a size 25
changing
foot.
light bulbs and stuff, wouldn't he?
He'd be good. He'd be a good builder. And he wouldn't have to. He wouldn't even need to get a ladder to get up on the roof.
Come and change my light bulb.
You wouldn't need scaffolding to get brickwork done.
No.
Has he got big hands? I bet he's got big hands.
Pete, I just saw your comment, but I don't know where it's gone. Something about fava beans. Oh, here we go. Here we are. He's on
Pete Wood.
Yeah, Pete works with me. I've just spent a day and a bit with Pete.
Hopkins. That was the guy, the actor, wasn't it? Hopkins had the father.
Oh, makes you fart. What's wrong? What's wrong?
No, what did beans make that?
Fava beans make you fart.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I know it's sport and maybe a mention of well, yes, Carl. We should. One of our viewers, mate, has said it's a sports show, but we should make mention of the passing of the legend. Let's have a bit of a beer for him, actually.
Actually, I might have to get another one in it.
I'll join you. Bob Hawke passed away yesterday at the age of 89.
I was going to actually. Who was it?
Carl Jakubowski. He's just said,
Carl,
I know it's sport, but should we mention Bob Hawke?
Actually, Carl, we were going to do that because I like Bob Hawke. He was good, mate. He was a man's man, basically, and one of the great leaders.
He loved his sports.
And all I can say,
actually, he held a lot of records. You know, he held the record for the yard glass.
Yes, I know.
As a sculling, and
I reckon we could beat that. But anyway,
I don't know.
But we won't.
Now we've got the Carlton. Now we've got the Carlton.
We do. So rest in peace, Bobby Hawke.
Oh yeah.
And condolences to his family and Blanche, is it?
Blanche and to Hazel,
we don't do politics on the show.
Hazel, who's passed.
I think that's worthy of a mention.
Yeah. So just remember, mate, I'm always thinking about you because I always go for the Hawks.
And all I can say is, if there's anyone out there who doesn't go for North Melbourne tomorrow, I think, what did he say? Your Bob's, what did he say? When he said that if anyone gets in trouble for having a day off tomorrow.
Yes.
You're a mug.
You're a mug, mate.
You're a bum.
You're a bum.
You're a bum. So if you don't go for North Melbourne tomorrow against Sydney, you're a bum. Except if you're a Sydney supporter.
Oh, you're going to end the show skulls for Bob.
Well, that might happen too.
All jokes aside, R.I.P. Bob, and that you're a great man. And look, if there was more leaders like him, mate, we'd be in a better
It was old school.
Better position.
Can you grab a couple of beers for us, Mum?
Yeah,
thank you. Can you a couple of beers?
You want those sponsored ones?
Sponsored by Corey's Landscaping Garden and Landscaping. So, but anyway, where are we?
What are we on to?
We're going to get on to some NRL, mate. Or as your brother would say, league.
Thanks, Al.
League. Corey Landscaping and Gardening.
There it is.
Gardening Landscaping. Magic Round was last weekend, mate, and we spoke about this the week before.
Yeah.
And I may have even said something in Out With It about it. The fact that they were going to play every game at Suncorp Stadium, and would the pitch hold up?
Oh.
Right?
They reckon it was a bonus, wasn't it? They reckon it was really good.
Well, they got a lot of injuries. They got a lot of injuries, and I'll have to read this for you.
Okay.
The Roosters won their magic round match against Canberra Raiders, 30-24. Sorry, Jace.
Yeah, the Raiders going well.
They are, but they got done.
They got them, but the Roosters, yeah.
But they're counting the cost for a while. The Roosters suffered injuries to 3 stars in the first half, and it was all leg injuries because of the ground. So
what
field.
was it?
It was ripping up. It was ripping up. And
was it wet?
It's got.
Dewy.
No? I don't know, to be honest with you.
Well, let us know.
Latrell Mitchell went off with a non-contact groin injury after scoring his second try, and they lost the row of Boyd coordinate.
Oh, God, those some big guns there.
Concussion. Great concern for winger Daniel Tupou. So, they had a lot of injuries because of the actual ground. Everyone rated the weekend an absolute success, having every game played at Suncorp.
Yeah.
And I know some people who do get on and watch the show, and they went to pretty much all the games. Terry and Kathy and Batesy, and there's a Jason Pearson. From Pearson Automotive.
We don't hear from Jason.
Milton, no, Jace, you've been quiet, mate.
Only because Hawthorn not going so well. It doesn't mean you can't get on the show, mate.
Yes.
Also, while we're thinking of that old Hutchie on that other show, he was mentioning that he thinks now that because it was successful with the rugby, that perhaps they should do that in football. Because that's what they do.
And what do they do?
Because it's always, they're always competing.
But what are they saying? What's he saying? We're going to play every match at the MCG? Well, that's no different to what we'll do.
That's like a round robin thing. That's all.
Or are they going to play every match in Brisbane at the Gabba? Or are they going to play every match at Adelaide Stadium? What are they going to do? How do they?
Well, back in the day, you only had one stadium. You had to.
Well, that's exactly right, and that was in Rome.
Well, there was a little bit of controversy in that during the week too, where they talked about like Carlton. We were going on football, but with why don't they play games anymore on the boutique grounds like
Optus?
Not Optus.
Princess Park.
Well,
that's Optus.
Is it Optus?
Princess Park.
Optus,
yeah, that's a beautiful. So
a good ground, but it's been.
But you know what they're doing? They're doing all these boutique grounds up, which are the home teams of everyone.
Yeah.
They're doing them up for the women's league. So that's where the women's league are going to play. But I still think games.
If you packed them all in, look, they had just incidentally they had 14,000 against Hawthorn and GWS because it was Mother's Day.
What happened to you? Oh, okay.
Well, it was Mother's Day,
right?
And a Sunday, isn't it? It was a Sunday afternoon, late game again.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. Whoever writes that crap there that we get all these Sunday games. I've watched our side play once. So
who does that?
They just don't want Hawthorn doing any good. But anyway, there's another out with it. So, the thing is, mate, it's like your games. It's North Melbourne, Hawthorn. How come they're always late Sunday afternoon games?
Because they don't. Because
they
draw a crowd of 14,000.
Yeah, but if they had a boutique, see what I mean? If they had a boutique ground,
exactly, at
it
least
doesn't
full.
Look so bad, does it?
Yeah.
And GWS haven't got a big following, mate.
No.
I mean, we'd have more down here at Clarence. Well, down at Blundstone. So
bit of breaking news, mate. In rugby league, or as Mick would say, in league, it's just called league. It's not rugby. It's not. It's league.
Just league.
Illawarra.
League.
Jack de Bellin, he's lost his legal battle against the NRL and the AFL. I don't know why that's the AFL, but he will remain stood down immediately. He's not allowed to play because he's up on charges against. Legal matters of sexual assault. So.
Another one. There's a lot of it going on.
He's lost his appeal. Well, someone said to me in Melbourne yesterday we were talking about it. They said every day there's something happening in the NRL, the rugby league, where there's a sex scandal or there's something going on.
You're a bit randy those boys.
Alison.
Well,
all right. So that's my rugby league segment, mate. Listen now, I'm a bit worried about this because you're a bit boisterous over there.
I'm sorry. What?
Odd Sports tonight. What do you got?
Odd Sports.
Odd Sports, guys. Obviously is Odd Sports, and this is Odd Sports.
All right. Well, strap yourselves in because we're in for a bit of a ride here.
Now, I have been away, so I have no idea what's going to come up, and I apologise beforehand.
Corey, thanks to our sponsor, Corey. We'll get this time now because we're strapped ourselves in.
Let's do it.
We're going to have a...
Princess Park is a fantastic... All right. This is Odd Sports.
It is Odd Sports. All right.
All right.
Here we go.
Here we go. Now we can't see this until after.
You know what I really love about this is that you said I was going to just give you the odd sports and say, this is your segment.
Yeah.
And you threw it at me.
Yeah, I didn't throw it at you. I thought it'd be nice. And now I'm scared. Come on, what do you got?
The first one I have for you is a little bit of an old tradition. Have you guys ever had a pillow fight before?
I used to have pillow fights.
Oh, yeah. In my underwear, yeah.
Well,
Brother used to try and suffocate me with.
Yeah, I wish he had. Yeah.
Well, I'll show you some footage of the pillow fight in Sri Lanka.
In Sri Lanka? Oh, they have pillow fights in Sri Lanka.
Do they have pillows
They
over
do.
there, do they?
And
I thought they were like, they just rested their head on wood.
Yeah, sorry. Yes.
When they have their pillow fight, it's up above in the river.
In the river.
The river doesn't look real good.
Right.
It doesn't look real crash hot.
Right.
But the intention.
Stay with us. This is going to be good.
Probably not.
It's probably. It's probably not.
But the sheer intent on their face is something that's worth having a look at.
All right.
Pop it on now.
Okay. And Julie McDonald.
Well, you were just talking about it's a knockout.
Yes.
Well, this is third world. It's a knockout.
This really is a knockout,
Really?
is it?
Really? Oh, here we go. Look at this.
Here we go.
What's this all about?
Well, I really like to see you and Glenn have a bit of a challenge, maybe over the River Derwent one day here, and give it a bit of a crack. One hand behind the back.
What's in the pillow?
Rocks.
Oh, that makes it good then. I like that. Rocks in the pillow. Right.
Rocks is good. All right. Right. If that's not really interesting,
I didn't like that one.
Okay.
No, have you got something better?
I do. I have this particular event.
Can we boo Alison because we don't? Oh, I know Billy. No Billy.
No, it's a sport. It is a sport, isn't it?
Well, that was a sport. Dead set sport.
All right, what do you got next?
They win a cow.
Come on, we're losing viewers. They're jumping off left, right, and centre.
They win a cow. Matter of fact, I got it now. Oh, sorry.
What's up? What's up?
This next one is wife carrying.
You've seen this.
Now, wife carrying is a very intense sport, and they've mastered the art of how they carry their wives.
Luckily, it's backwards, not frontwards.
Well, it is. I worry about when they go through the creek beds, though, because the wife's getting her head dunked in all the
nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. That's fine. That's how they do what.
And there's
this sort of stuff. I don't know what that is. But anyway, go. Yes, let's put it up.
I'll play the clip. We'll come back and have a chat.
Let's go.
Here we go. The most interesting fact about this is that there's no weight restriction on the wife.
No.
Right.
There's no weight restriction on the
Here
wife.
we go, Glennie.
So have a little look.
Oh, there's a...
Oh, I hope she showered. It could be a tin smelly down there. No, I know. Well, they're running around in the park. I'm just... Oh, sorry, that wasn't me, Red.
Frothy.
Oh.
Yeah,
he gets a keg.
It is a keg. And you know how you get the keg?
You win.
Yeah, if you win, but you know how they work out and calculate how much in the keg or how the weight is? You know how I said there's no restriction on the wife?
Yeah.
So if you're pretty strong, you could, if you had a really nice chubby wife, because what you win, perhaps like myself, and is your wife's weight in beer.
Wow! Wow!
It is your wife's weight in beer.
If I had a thin wife and that, a real thin wife, you'd fatten her right up anyway, so you get more.
You'd end up in hospital.
Now, I do have one last...
What?
One last photo.
Come
this isn't a video, this is a photo.
You're taking over.
When you were gone, Glennie and I did the gurney.
Taking over the show.
We did.
And I'm a bit worried because my father just turned 70.
Happy birthday, Jack.
This year.
All right, Jack.
Oh.
And they sent me a photo, and
this
I'm
year?
wondering whether or not my family are actually getting ready.
Oh, what is this?
To compete in the Gurney Olympics.
Come on, we had 50 people watching. We're down to 10.
I'm just a little worried because I think they're all heading over to to wherever it is that they have this competition.
What is it?
To have a little bit of a go to see if they can
we haven't seen it.
It's coming.
Is it up?
It's coming. There we go.
It's a wait for age rate. Yes.
Okay.
It's a weight.
So we've got
Pete's a weight.
We've got pillows. We've got carrying your wife over your shoulder.
Yeah. Oh, I missed it. What's this? What is that?
I'm sure they're going to kill me for that.
What is that?
Just
What is
What's that one? Is that the Brady Bunch or something?
We can't even see that. What
it is the Brady Bunch, is it?
That is my family of gurneys.
That's shocking.
That's good.
That's shocking. All right. Now.
And that, boys, was...
Oh, yeah, there you go. Thank you very much, Al, for the odd sports. Hope you enjoyed that this evening. If you didn't, please send send an email to Alison@boogmail. Now, Glenn.
Jeff.
Channel 7.
Yes.
AFL.
Well, there's no Channel 9.
Brian Taylor.
Yes,
right.
old Tails.
I'll bring Leah into this because it's an Essendon thing.
Leah,
Brian Taylor has found out that Farazio.
Orazio.
How do they pronounce it?
Orazio Fantasia.
But Brian Taylor is not going to change the way he says it because he just likes. Yeah, he likes Fantasia. That's right.
Orazio
himself said he pronounces this.
Yes.
Fantasia.
Yes. But Brian Taylor's not going to change the way he calls
Larry
it.
Laurel.
So, yeah. So anyway, that's pretty boring news. Ben Cousins was filmed. He's been let out of jail on bail in March, right?
I don't think I want to know.
Out to Richmond?
Well, yeah, he was over at the Freo game.
He was
Richmond
hanging
Freo.
out with Dustin.
With his long hair.
No, I don't think he was.
Yeah, no, he did. He went and spoke to Dustin.
Now there is danger in it. Ben Cousins comes out of jail and he's spending time with Dustin
Martin, yeah.
Sorry, all you Richmond supporters out there, but that sounds...
Why?
Why? Exactly
because
right.
This guy's got to get... Let's be honest. He's got to get... He's been given all the help.
Yeah.
He's done the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And he shouldn't be in the limelight. We shouldn't even be talking about him at the moment. Got to get your act together, Ben Cousins.
Well, you think that's bad? We're going to talk about Kyrgios then. Oh. And you know we don't like talking about Kyrgios in the show. But anyway, that's not yet. Not yet. Now, here's a sad story. Bulldogs premiership player Tom Boyd
Tommy Boyd,
has pulled the pin.
It is.
Mate, Moit.
23-year-old, mate. 23.
Succumbed to depression, anxiety, and stresses of the world.
Well, he had back problems too.
Well, yeah.
It was injury. It wasn't just that. It was injury. It was everything. But he look, I think if you go back to, 2015, was it 16? He came over from GWS.
Yep.
7 mil.
Oh yeah,
he was on, and he's been there since then. We're into 2019.
So sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
What happens there? You know, I don't know if you know this or not, but what happens there? He's broken his contract. Does he just not get paid, or
no? What's going to happen? No, the 2000 will get paid on a reduced for the 2019.
Right.
2020, 2021, which he was that was his contracted to. That's gone.
So
ripped up.
But he won't get paid next year.
No.
So
he'll get paid. He'll get paid this year,
yep.
And I mean, obviously, on that type of money, I think it was he's on it for this year. It's just a reduced.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's been on a fair contract over that time, hasn't he? And look, the main thing is that he said, Tom Boyd, is that he's relieved.
Yeah.
It's been a strain. He feels good in himself, and. Look, people forget that in the grand final, when we sat down, remember we watched the Dogs when they won the grand final? He was the main reason they put him in the ruck. He kicked 3 goals grand final today. Could have been the Norm Smith medalist. I can't remember who got the Norm Smith medalist. So any of you viewers out there can remember that?
The Norm Smith.
Remember, was it?
We normally win that.
Well, we do. I can't remember who won it, but obviously it was a Western Bulldogs guy. But
who was that?
But at any rate, so Tom Boyd was probably close to getting that. So if he can hang his hat on anything, mate,
Jake Stringer, was it?
No. If he can hang his hat on anything, then that's what it'd be. So. Well done, mate. At any rate, so he's made a decision. He's only a young man, and life goes on, mate.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's not for everyone.
He just doesn't have the desire to play or enjoy the game that he used to. And Tom, whether it's your
all
health,
the best, mate, in
mental,
life.
physical, we feel the same way because the way they've changed the rules. So I don't. Same, but no. Serious problem, guys. Lifeline. Get onto them if you've got problems.
Mickey Cleaver asked about the Dane. What do you say? The Dane Rampy incident.
Well, he needs to go back and have a look out with it because we've already spoken about it, Mickey.
We did speak about it, Mick, but the Rampke, mate, was about him climbing up the pole. Actually, while we're on Dane Rampke, it wasn't the only thing that he did wrong. What also he actually got done for, I think it was $10,000.
Yeah.
So it was a $10,000. So what we're talking about, it was $10,000 fine. Yeah. So what he did, he was. I think he was on a mark, and because Rampke reckons there was that much noise, and the umpire was 1 metre. He was talking like that, and he turned around and he said, "You're talking like a girl, mate. I can't hear."
Oh,
and anyway, that's $10,000.
Well, that's right.
But don't worry about it. You can be like Ablett. You can polish up the old elbow, mate. You can just crack someone in that, and you get nothing.
I said before, Peter. I think Peter Ward, Peter Ward, a mate from Mindful Work, is watching this evening, and he is a one-eyed Geelong supporter. Go Cats, as he always says. And Glennie, I got to tell you right now,
he's not happy.
Before the season's he is happy, but before the season started, I did say on the Friday Frothy that after I saw the draw of Geelong, that they were...
Well, they'll play in finals because how many they got down there at...
100%. Well, not...
Cardinia Park.
They only travelled once or twice.
Cardinia?
Cardinia, yes. But they are now $1.50 to win the minor premiership. $1.50.
Well, look, they're the only, as I said to you, they're the only side that can get over 100. Oh, except for GWS, until we put paid to that on the weekend, because...
Here we go.
Because you've got to play a different style.
You do.
To beat them.
You do.
It suits them. I think it's suiting Geelong anyway. They're playing... Look, Geelong are playing well.
So there you go, Pete. Bit of Geelong news for you, mate. No, well done. Geelong
is playing well. They deserve
Sydney has finally started to fall away, and Geelong has stayed.
Yeah, they've got some good young fellas, haven't they?
They've done well.
They've blooded some real good kids.
Now, you got anything else on AFL? You happy with that? We're done?
AFL, yeah, we've done him. Yeah, that's it, mate.
Last week we brought to you that a track and field star in America got stabbed by a javelin. Right, and now I'm staying with track and field, and unfortunately we don't have any footage of this, but you probably saw it in the news. Did you see the Superman race? It was no, I don't even. It was 400-meter hurdles, and at the end, this young American fella Tucker actually did this huge big dive over the finish line to actually win the race. So I'd never seen it before, but yeah. No, we won the race. Who cares? Who cares? But, and then there's another guy, an 18-year-old called Matthew Bowling, and he shot to worldwide fame.
Worldwide?
Yeah, 100-meter dash. Right? He's a school athlete.
Yeah.
I don't know how old he is, but he's quite young. He's only still at school.
Yeah.
But he is 0.4 of a second away from Usain Bolt's record.
Wow.
How's he doing?
And he's a school kid.
Bolt.
Like this.
Oh, that's it.
It's like that. No, it's like that.
Oh.
No, it's like this.
Like that.
Look at that. We're like Charlie's Angels. See that? Charlie's Angels.
Hang on, watch this.
Anyway, so yeah, he's 18-year-old Matthew Boland, shot to worldwide fame last month. He ran the fastest 100-meter dash ever recorded by a high school athlete, blitzing the field in a scintillating time of 9.98 seconds, just 0.4 seconds off Usain Bolt world record.
That's incredible.
And the fastest time by an American under the age of 20 in all conditions. So we've got a new champion. We got a new Usain Bolt, mate.
I hope the kid's not on steroids.
No, he's not a Ben. What was that? Ben.
Cousins.
No, boy.
Well, he's only a kid at high school. It's just a joke.
He'll be right.
No, well done, mate. Well done.
7.5 foot. He has a leg span of 2
Ben
meters.
Johnson.
Yeah, he probably has.
It is Ben Johnson. Yes.
Ben Johnson. He was the yes.
It is. All right, let's get on to something that I don't want to talk about because I can't stand this bloke.
We'll mention him again.
What?
And I got to talk about it because he's in the news again. And there's two there's two bits to the story, right? And yeah, we're into tennis, guys. And if you've never watched the Friday Frothy before, we don't just do AFL or rugby league. We do all sports, and unfortunately, we have to cover Nick Kyrgios.
Well, we've been singing the praises of Let's Go Party, Let's Go Party.
Ash Barty.
And she's been doing well, but every time we get to this guy, he does something.
She's gone. Producer's gone.
He's gone.
I'm gone.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to go.
Nick Kyrgios. Not
I'm going to go and
anyway.
Tell him what I think. I'm going to the bathroom.
Right. Okay. So Rome.
What is it?
The Rome Masters, right? He's playing. Who was he playing? Medvedev, world number 36. He's hit a shot thinking that he's not going to be able to get it back, and
turned his back.
He's turned his back and he's
put his bum out.
Yeah. Now I won't say brown eye because that's a bit gross. Oh, hang on, I just did. But with his pants up and he's bent over.
Just bent over.
Who does that in a tennis match?
He's done things like that. Play between his legs.
Well, no, he reckons that was putting him off, and he knew it was going to put him off, so that's why he did these tactics. And
who won?
Well, he won that game.
Who? Kyrgios won.
He won that, and now he's advanced through to what's happened today. Mm-hmm. And what happened today? He's something went wrong on the court. He's not happy with a thing, so he's starting to throw around chairs and abuse. And he's abusing people in the audience, in the crowd, and they kicked him out of the tournament.
Was he winning?
I think I did have this. No, I didn't put it down here. It was into the third set. And he was competitive.
He was competitive. He was holding his own, and he's thrown it. They've kicked him out.
They kicked him out.
Well, serve yourself
Nick
right.
Kyrgios, you are an embarrassment to Australians. And be honest with you, mate, give the game away because you're a mug.
Yeah. Hey? I think he's been given that many chances and that. And there's some really good people trying to get in his corner to help him.
Well,
and he doesn't want to.
He's having a massive fight with Nadal.
Yep.
Nadal and him don't see eye to eye, and he's sledging the hell out of him. So, to be honest with you, Kyrgios, and I hope everyone out there agrees with me, and she's saying, yep, you got to go, mate.
Him and the other bloke.
You got to go.
We don't need.
Tomic's not even good enough to get in there. So, but Kyrgios, they reckon he is a world-class player, but. Mate, you got to go because you are embarrassing everyone in Australia. And I hope you're probably not watching this. And if you rang me tomorrow and said, "Hey, it's Nick Kyrgios, can I come on the Friday Frothy as an interview?" And we would say, "No, buddy, because you are a mug, an absolute mug."
No, that's it. Lift your game, mate. If you want to represent Australia and that, I don't know how they keep taking it, but at any rate, they need to grow up. So
yeah,
that's it.
That's it. That's all I got for tennis because you're a mug. UFC, we've got an Australian UFC fighter. I know we don't follow too much, but we've got some viewers who do. We watched a little bit of it. Alex, he's an Australian. Alex Volkanovski, good Australian name. He's going to remain in hospital in Chile for at least another 2 weeks. He's contracted a blood infection.
Ooh, they're not good.
No. Only hours after the biggest win.
Yeah,
he defeated a Brazilian legend, Jose Aldo, at UFC 237. So a blood infection, he can't come home. He's stuck in a hospital.
Yeah, well,
in Chile,
can you?
That's
in Chile,
awful.
And a chili will kill anything.
Well, it will. Hot chili.
Glennie, a bit of golf news. John Daly has been slammed. He reckons that he's going to do. Why did he do it? I didn't see it because obviously I was at work. The golf started today.
Well, he's carting it, mate. I don't know. Well, he if he's playing, he's in the cart.
He's in the cart
because he said he can't.
Tiger Woods is ropeable.
Said he can't walk.
How many watches?
What's actually wrong with him?
Sure. Rolex.
What actually is wrong with him? He's got something.
How many watches? I got the one on.
Is it something with his legs? What can't?
Well, he's got problems with his back or his legs. He's big. You've seen.
He's a big boy.
Daly's huge these days.
He's sitting there having a few diaries.
But diaries. But Tiger Woods has made his comments and said that I've played golf with a broken back and broken legs,
which he has.
Which he did.
He didn't have a cart.
He's not the only professional to have a crack though, is he?
He's got a bum knee. There you go.
Yeah, he's got a bum knee. And he said that he can't Yeah, he said he can walk up hills, but he can't walk down hills. Well, as Tiger said, when he had his back problem, he said, well, don't play.
Exactly.
You shouldn't be playing. So, no, he said it's the whole part of golf when you're a professional is to walk, and he said you don't see guys in carts. So, I think he might have a point.
Carl, don't tell me you like Nick Kyrgios. Seriously, come back with an answer. Anyway.
No, we're on golf. No,
we're on golf.
We forgot about
so PGA Championship leaderboard started today. Your mate, and we talked about this last week, Brooks Koepka, he's 7 under. Copia, sorry. Danny Lee from New Zealand is 6 under. Tommy Fleetwood from England is 3 under.
Son of Mick.
No, the people
Mick.
Watching. Sorry, I mean, sledging is between the people watching your show.
Yeah.
Not you.
Oh, right.
Son of Mick.
Oh, good. All good.
Mick Fleetwood.
So tied for ninth.
Fleetwood.
Yeah, Fleetwood. Yeah, tied for ninth. Jason Day, our Australian player. Ricky Fowler, Jordan Spieth, Dustin Johnson, Mick.
All the big heavy hitters there, mate.
Yeah, Phil Mickelson. So they're all at 1 under. Yeah. Adam Scott is at 1 over. Tiger Woods at 2 over, and Cameron Smith at 3 over.
He's good. I tell you what, this kid, he's still good. He's only young. Yeah. Remember, these guys are experienced. All those guys are experienced.
Anyway, so that's a bit of golf for you.
Oh, that's good. I enjoy my golf. We haven't played, so we haven't had a game yet.
You know how I said I don't like talking about Nick Kyrgios, right? I'm going to talk about someone here that I don't even know because I'm not into this sort of stuff. But you've heard of Kardashian, right?
Who's a Kardashian?
Khloe Kardashian.
Why are we going there?
Stay with me.
I don't know if I want to.
Stay with me. Former NBA star and Khloe Kardashian's ex-husband, Lamar Odom, has come clean on the shocking extent of his rampant sex addiction. Oh. He's got a new book he's come out with, and he talks about all of the sex that he had and the cocaine issues he had while he was married to Khloe Kardashian.
How did he remember any of the sex?
So go out and buy that book.
So he's not married to an heir.
Hey, well, I don't think so. What's that ex?
Well,
how good would that book be?
Well, you know what he couldn't do, don't you? He couldn't keep up with the Kardashians. Righto. Anyway, that's their thing, isn't it? They say that.
Jeff Ski.
Union, mate. Union, what do we got?
Just a quick one. The flanker, Sam Cane, he's come back to the All Blacks. He's going to begin this week. He had a broken neck, and he's come back to actually play for the All Blacks after a broken neck. So, well done to Sam. And one here, Glennie, WWE, if you like your wrestling. And I don't watch a bit of wrestling. I do watch my wrestling, but I don't know this person. Legend and Playboy model Ashley Mazzaro has been found dead at the age of 39. So
don't know him.
They're calling
her.
Well, I hope so. It's a Playboy model, so I'm hoping it's not him.
Playboy.
Anyway,
I saw the boy bit.
But yeah, I don't know. I'll have to do some follow up on that and find out who it is, especially the Playboy pictures. But anyway,
she's gone.
Yeah. So, Glennie. Or Al, actually, before we do that, let's have a quick talk about the NRL. On top of the ladder at the moment is the Storm.
So the Storm's done well, haven't they?
Well, they're tied
against the odds.
They're tied with the Storm, Roosters, and Rabbitohs. Rabbitohs in third.
Yeah, that's how we predicted it early. And
the Raiders in fourth. Well. Sea Eagles, and here we're all tied here. Sea Eagles, Sharks, Eels, and the Tigers are all tied. So that's the top 8 in the NRL. Tonight's game is the Panthers versus the Warriors. And also tonight we've got Broncos versus the Roosters.
That'll be Roosters.
It's going to be a slaughter.
Be a slaughterhouse.
That'll be a slaughter. The Titans versus the Bulldogs tomorrow.
Should be a good game.
Cowboys versus the Eels. Come on, me para boys. Raiders versus... There's the game of the round. Raiders versus the Rabbitohs.
Well, that could go either way.
That'll be the game of the round.
And the Knights are going well.
Knights against the Dragons and the Sharks against the Eagles.
Eagles.
Yes. Well, there you go. There's a bit of rugby league news. Now we've got to get our footy tipping done. We're all tied up again, Glenn.
We're 20, came back.
27 apiece.
We're going to talk about that.
You had 8-5. Yeah. I called you an idiot for picking what you did, but you came back. But before we get into our footy tips, let's go into Cleve's tips.
Cleve's tips. Here we go.
Are we?
Are we ready to go? Let's go. Good on you, Clint.
Okay,
Right now,
well...
while you're doing this, I'm going to have a fava bean and chickpea.
Ah, well, mate. Enjoy that. What are they like? Bit salty?
Here you go.
Okay, look, we went through a lot of horses there last week, and we're going to do it again this week. But anyway, quickly, we were sitting on around about 249, Jeff, and we've jumped up to over the 300 mark by $1.
What do you think about that, Mick Cleaver?
Yeah, see, that's not bad for a bloke that can't tip.
Hey, these are all right.
So this is what I'm fair enough to tell the viewers exactly what I have backed and what I did and didn't. Mm-hmm. So remember the name.
I don't.
Well, he won anyway, $30.
What?
But this is our winners. This is our winners from last week.
It paid $30 or we won $30?
We won, yeah, we paid. Well, no, I put. He won. We won.
Well, there you go, viewers. There you go. Get on the horse.
So I went for a lot on him. Order a command, and we were 20 on him.
You can't handle the truth.
Missile Mantra. Now that's one that I don't think that I. No, actually, I did have that on the. I had that on there last week. Yeah. Missile Mantra, he won $17. Dubious.
You're dubious.
$35. And then this is one we didn't have, but I just had a little look at that one.
Woo.
Vega won.
You just reminded me that's a roughie, and
Vega
you were
won.
going to say something about roughie.
Oh, yeah. Well, can we do that? I'll come back to it.
I'll come back.
Yeah, I'll come back to it. Vega 1 was one that I threw in.
Ange will like that because she was interested in about Ruffy last week.
Yeah, so that got us up around the $301 mark, mate. But to get there, we're a little bit upsy downsy. So the losses, which I'm fair to say to the viewers, is Illumicon, Veolia, Musselbrook, My Biddy, which is a Tasmanian horse, Casio Splitter. And East Ender is also a...
What happened to Mr.
Tasmanian horse. Huh?
What happened to Mr. Quickie?
No, I didn't back him. It was too short. He didn't win. He was odds-on favourite, and he didn't win. That was in the thing. I kept out of that race.
Nature Strip?
Yeah.
And, got beaten.
Mr. Quickie, over on the Nature Strip.
Just go with Cleve's tips, mate, because, hey...
Yes.
They think they know. I know better.
All right,
let's go. Let's go. This is just now. We're going to look at these races and that. I've gone to Doomben because I didn't like some of them. But race 2, horse 1, Candyman.
I've got nothing.
Candyman.
$5 fixed win at the moment.
Right.
That's at the moment.
Right.
Race 3, horse 2, Gem of Scotland.
Glen.
Aerial.
Glen
370
Scotland.
fixed.
Right.
Race 7, horse 7, Boomsara. We backed him before, but we didn't do any good. Yeah, we didn't do any good then. This one, I keep sticking with this guy. It's $13 as a fixed. It's a distance event. Race 8, horse 3, Mr. Seawolf. I'm going to have a look at that to see if he goes out in the batting.
All right.
Race 9, horse 1, Scarlet Dream, $3.40 on the tote. He's short, so $3.40 you get at the moment.
Is it a short horse or a short...
No, it's short on the tote.
So it's like one of them.
I know. I don't know if he's a big horse or not, but he goes.
Is it a dwarf horse?
No, he's not a Shetland. But anyway,
vertically challenged.
Yeah. Then we go over to Morphettville.
Yes,
so horse 1, race 2, horse 1. Remember the name. Here we go again. We're going to double up on him. He's in Morphettville this week.
I don't remember his name though. What do you bet on someone?
Well, we got him at $5 fixed.
But what was his name?
Exactly, remember it. Yeah. So, race 5, horse 14, East Indian. That's Indian.
East Indian.
It's not man, Indian.
Imagine doing that call. And coming around the corner, here he comes. He's
Indian. I think it's $6.50 fixed.
That's a horse race call.
Yeah.
I don't mind this horse. $6.50 fixed or $10.80 at the moment on the tote. That'll come in.
Ooh,
he'll come in.
$10.80.
But he'll come in. He's $6.50 fixed. So race 6 flying. We got race 6.
Yes.
Flying Crupt.
This is Morphettville.
6. This is at Muppettville. 6.10 on the tote.
Was
He's
that
14. Crupt. $14 is a fixed win at the moment.
I like the Crupt.
And he's looking okay. He's a sprinter.
Yeah, well,
race 7.
Most Crupters are sprinters.
Race 7, one of my bets of the day. Race 7, horse 2, Sprite.
Is this Cleve's tip?
It is close tip. Right. Race 7, horse 2, Sprite, 440 fixed with Damien Oliver.
Oliver's back in. Oliver's back.
Oliver's been riding over in South Australia at the moment at Morfordville. Quickly over to Flemington. Race 2, horse 2, Ocean Deep, $4 as a fixed. And race 6, horse 2, Fidelia, which you've also heard.
Yes.
He's running again, 3:30.
Right.
At the Tote. That is Cleve's tips.
Nice work.
There's a lot of good fixed rates there, isn't there?
There's good fixed rates, but what happens if you leave it too long? If you jump in now, you'll get it at that. Now, if you go to a Saturday morning, that changes sometimes out. Or goes out.
Glennie, we're up to $301 now.
We are. That's the most we've been up to.
What sort of numbers are you betting here? Because I don't know what he's doing.
Well, I back a lot.
$5, $10,
$5, sometimes $10.
Would be a great name for a horse.
Sometimes $10, but I just bet. You've got to bet smart. You go in early, see if you can get a winner, and then you play with their money.
There you go.
What do you reckon, Glennie? I back a lot would be a good name for a horse.
I back a lot.
So would chewing gum.
You see if he's stuck to the rail.
And that was
Cleve's tip.
There you go.
You've done it again.
I've come in too early. Happy punting, you guys.
Mr. Magoo.
Just remember.
Is that right?
Just remember. Have a look at the track.
Yeah, some bet.
Go down the tab. Watch the racing shows, and if you like something and he's going, always change your bet too. But
and bet irresponsibly, guys, please.
Bet irresponsibly.
Yes. All right, quickly before we get on to rough, we'll finish off with rough.
Yep.
We're going to quickly do our tipping.
We are.
West Coast, Melbourne in West Coast.
West Coast.
We're both there. Bang. Collingwood versus St Kilda, MCG.
Collingwood.
Both there. Brisbane Lions versus Adelaide Crows, the Gabba. Ooh.
I might go for the. I actually might go for the Adelaide Crows.
Yeah, we both are, mate. I'm on the Crows as well. Geelong's Western Bulldogs.
Geelong.
Yeah, we're both
because
on
it's
this.
Down at
this is not good. Yeah,
down at Cardinia Park. Skilled Cardinia Park.
Shell. What else they call it?
I don't know. Who cares?
Essendon Fremantle at
Marvel.
No,
well, Fantasia.
Is that?
Erasio's out.
Is he?
They got a few injuries. No, actually, Danaher that's coming back.
I'm
going Essendon.
We're both going Essendon.
I'm going Essendon.
Nothing's happening here.
Here we go.
The game of Hobart, North Melbourne versus Sydney, Glennie.
Well, what do you reckon, Jeff? You were on the plane with the boys.
Well, I was.
They jovial?
They were in good spirits. Yeah, I actually. Here we go, guys. I asked Mason Wood.
His buddy's not back, is he?
No, he's not. No.
Right, I'm going North Melbourne.
I asked Mason Wood. I said, "So where are you guys at? You know, you're starting to play much better football than what you were.
Knock on wood.
Are you still looking at making the 8?" And he said, "We are." But it also, it's obviously very hard when you're only 2 wins from 8 games. So he was completely honest, saying it's a hard task, but we still want to make the 8. So,
I'm back in North Melbourne down here, mate.
Well, Glenn, so am I, because I don't think Sydney's any good anymore.
Well, no, buddy, mate, no.
Port Adelaide, Gold Coast at Adelaide. We're both
tough.
on Port Adelaide. No, it's not. I'm on Port Adelaide. I don't know about
you.
Incidentally, this is normally the game that's on in China.
What is?
Port Adelaide, Gold Coast.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, no, look, I'm going to have to go Port Adelaide too.
Okay, Richmond Hawthorn at the MCG.
Right, well, we upset once.
Now, just
can we upset twice?
Just for something a little bit different, this is on Sunday afternoon at 3:20.
What is?
The Richmond Hawthorn game.
Yeah, prime time it's called. Well done.
What are you doing, Richmond?
Well, I'm going Hawthorn, mate.
Yeah, look, I think I'm going to join you, mate. But I'm not going to, because we need to break this up. We need a winner next week.
Oh, we got the same.
So I'm going to go Richmond. GWS Carlton.
Well, I'm going GWS because Carlton have got more injuries than they got. Actually, I think Carlton have got more injuries than what's in the Royal at the moment, the Royal Hospital.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez, that's bad.
You don't think Carlton can get up over
No, I don't.
GWS?
No.
After they only 38?
Well,
They got 38 points last week.
I think Big Mummy.
According to Labor.
Yeah, but they're on their own dunghole, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. It's Sydney Showgrounds.
Oh, they're at Sydney Showgrounds.
Well,
where's that?
Or Sydney Showground.
That's unusual.
I don't know who to pick there, Glenn. GWS or the
Carlton?
Well,
I'm going GWS because they'll have to bounce back because they were against a mighty side last week. And against Carlton this week.
But Carlton's been looking good.
Okay, back Carlton.
I don't want to. I'm going GWS.
Blues by 17.
There you go. Right, so that's our footy tipping. We'll come back with that. So we're 27 all on the footy tipping, Glenn. We're all tied up, and we've only got one game different. Now, before we end the show, mate, let's have a quick talk about your mate, Ruffy, who got dropped last week.
Look, it was a pretty gutsy call. I think when the twilight comes to any footballer, that's going to happen, and Ruffy wasn't playing very well. Let's be honest. I think he kicked 7 goals in about 4 or 5 games, and his form had dropped off. And but I'll get one thing straight: absolute star gun, one of the best, I reckon, of the Hawthorn football team of any era. And what I can say is that he took his medicine. He went back to Box Hill, and they played the Dogs, mate. And he played on a young fella from I think he was an he was delisted actually from Brisbane, and I think he might be I don't know if he was Sudanese and that, but quite a lively. He looked a little bit sort of Sudanese or something.
Yeah.
At any rate, it was funny because Ruffy, the game started, and it was apparently a pretty good game, but he's kicked the first couple, and during the game, the fella that he was on, who was playing a pretty good game, I think he was best on ground this kid the week before, but he was asking Ruffy a few tips on where he was positioning himself and how was he doing that, and Ruffy was giving him tips, so I just thought that was extraordinary. He was actually telling this guy his running patterns, running patterns, where you go and all that. I just thought it was extraordinary. It's just another feather in his cap.
Well done, Ruffy.
Ruff will not play after this year, and I hope he gets another game for Hawthorn. He may not, but I just thought it was. I just thought it was pretty good. And obviously there were some good players playing for the Dogs too. They had a lot of senior players playing back in that league. And Ruff kicked 5. He still didn't get in the seniors this week, but all's not lost. So, Hawks have probably given the young fellas a go. North Melbourne, they've got their act together.
Yeah, they're starting to
Mason Wood and these sort of guys now.
He's playing quite well. I was pleased to talk to him today.
They're coming good. So Anyway, so that's it. So I was just like to say that.
Did you, buddy, when he had a bad game, Ruffy is a legend. Yeah, we agree. Wait, that's it. We're done.
That's it. We're done.
Not quite. Not quite.
I just want to. Oh God.
We're just passing this across because, as you know, old Bobby has left us today.
Bobby Hawk.
And we're going to go a bit of a.
Is that what it's all about? Is it?
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Okay, all right. For Bobby Hawk, I don't condone this in people's binge drinking, but we'll do it for Bobby.
Bob, you are a champion, and there's not much more you can say. But,
no. But before we get there, Glenn, a couple of people.
I was hoping we were going to hurry up with this.
He wants us to skull. I just want to make sure you guys know. Next week, Ken Peace.
Yep.
Sports author, 75 books, AFL, cricket. He knows everyone in the game, and we've got some viewer questions that we're going to ask. So please join in for that one. The week after, as you all know, can't say it enough, Jeff Horn, world champion boxer, going to be on the show, Friday Frothy, working on a couple of other interviews. Hopefully, we should have had someone here tonight, but I won't say who it was, but we were going to have someone on live tonight, but hopefully we'll have him again shortly. Then you're saying who you're talking about, that doesn't matter.
But it'll all happen, mate.
It will. Subscribe, like what we're doing, ring the bell, but get on the Facebook page
and mention some of these.
Share
sports.
it.
What about some other sports? We mentioned different sports, but if the viewers there have got a sport there and they're good at it,
yes, local heroes.
You want to get that out here. You want to get that out. Get it out on the frothies.
Yes,
and we'll put it out.
Local heroes.
We'll put it out there.
If you've got someone doing some sport, or you're out and about, and you've got some sport happening, film it, send it through to us. We'll put it up as local heroes. Can be anything from your kid's marble match to your dad's synchronised swimming.
And a thank you to everyone tonight and everyone who's watching.
Yes,
well,
thank
there
you
we go.
to Lyra out there for doing my makeup.
Thanks for everyone watching.
And,
thanks for Corey's
for
landscaping and gardening supplies.
I had landscaping done.
Yes.
Some landscaping.
Corey,
manscaping.
We salute you. Thank you again, my
and
friends.
Cheers to Bob.
And this is a final fitting. Good night. Have a great weekend. And this is what Bob Hawke does, and this is what we're going to do for him.
It's like the America's Cup.
R.I.P. Bob Hawke.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
No, down, 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 down.
You're a bloody mug.